Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. I'm Danny from the Glittered Rose. Today we're going to look at this gorgeous card that I made using Spellbinders Fresh Picked Anemones. The card also features a sentiment from Pinkfresh Studio's Favourite Things press plate, Columns 3D Embossing Folder by Spellbinders, and lots of lovely inks from Pinkfresh. As always, I would really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to my channel. I'm only new, so every little bit of interaction helps. Thanks. So off camera, I have die cut all my pieces in white cardstock. Just choose a nice smooth white cardstock. We're going to start with Wisteria by Pinkfresh, and then we'll go in with Hydrangea and just ink blend those so they're nice and smooth. When I saw this gorgeous set from Spellbinders, I immediately thought it looked very Art Nouveau-y. So when I was choosing my colours for this card, I thought I'd choose colours which to me seemed very Art Nouveau-like and went with those. Alphonse Mucha has been one of my favourite artists, and these were some images that inspired the colours that I'm using today. So I'm just ink blend these so they're nice and smooth. Having a little variation in the flowers just to add a bit of interest and a bit of light and shade. It's easy to do that with your blending brush. I have my leaves and stems set up on my sticky mat, and I'm just going in with sage to begin with and just ink blending so it's nice and smooth with a little bit of variation again. So I wanted a little bit of difference between the large stems and the smaller stems. So for the smaller stems, I've gone with a darker colour, which is spruce tips. And I'm just going to ink blend that the same way. I have my centres lined up and I'm going in with apricot first. I thought apricot would look lovely against the purple, and I was right. I'm just going to ink blend this. So I ink blended the smaller ovals with apricot, and now I'm going in with clementine. I do a bit of variation here so that it sort of stands out in the center of the flowers. Okay, so everything's blended, and now it's time for the fun bit, which is putting all the flowers together. I like this bit. You can sort of see all your hard work come together. And again, I've done it off camera, so I do apologise. So there's just now a lot of gluing and sticking, which I think is pretty boring. You don't need to see it, you won't gain a lot from it. So I'm going to just fast forward this section. Guys, I'm getting so fancy with my editing, even included some music. So here I am, I have just pulled out some Spellbinder paper in Forest out of the Columns 3D embossing folder, which is stunning and I think could be Art Nouveau-y or maybe more Art Deco, doesn't matter. Let's call it Art Nouveau. I did give it a bit of a spritz with the water just to soften those fibres so that it embossed better. So I'm just drying it off with my heat gun. I've just gotten down my Brillance pad from Archival. It's probably my most favourite white ink pad. I think it works beautifully for this sort of thing. And I'm just highlighting the embossed areas, and I think it just came up so lovely. I've just popped it onto a card panel and then I'm going to put it onto my card base. I'm using an A2 card. It would work really well with a 5x7, but I don't know, I have a thing for A2 cards at the moment, so I thought we'll keep the card small, chocolate block it with flowers, and I think it ended up working well. I ended up putting some pop-up foam on the back of the flowers and the stems so that it would stand out nicely from the card front. I'm glad I did because it's given it a nice effect. So everything's glued down. I ended up better pressing the sentiment from Favourite Things sentiments press plates from Pinkfresh Studio. I better pressed it in Pinkfresh's Spruce Tips ink, and I think it came up really nicely. I used some pop-up foam on the back so it would stand up, and I popped it down near the roots of the flowers. I think it needed something just to cover up those messy ends. I have some beautiful emerald green crystals that I'm going to use here just for a bit of bling. They'll just give that little bit of sparkle but won't distract from anything because it is quite a busy card. Doesn't need a lot. Clean and simple ain't my thing. Just gluing on the last of the crystals and then the card will be finished. I want to thank everyone who's made it to the end and just remind you, if you like it, please hit the like button and subscribe. It tells the algorithm that my content is worth showing to other people, so it would really help me. Thanks again for watching. Till next time, bye.